Alright, I want to do a quick little video about some of these videos I've been watching on the Japanese assault on Shanghai during World War II in 1937. And it really keys in with the game, and when we get back to the map I'll show you some more of what I found out. I really don't, I pretty well know what happened. I've watched the whole thing through, but a lot of these videos, they give you the names of the ships that were in the rivers, and they show you the German trained units for the Chinese, and they had German helmets and everything. Looked like German soldiers. They were just Oriental. So a lot of backgrounds. I'm going to put a link on this to a bunch of these videos I've been watching, and it definitely gives you a feel for the game as we continue to play. We'll be back. Alright, so we're back here at the map board, and like I was saying, I'm going to leave some links on my on the page to some of those videos that dealt with the Shanghai Japanese incursion. And supposedly, what they don't show you on this map is the Japanese came up and took a whole bunch of territory up here, so they're already on China and just taking territory. I think the big political motive for attacking Shanghai was this international zone, and hoping that somehow the Chinese would capitulate. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I had a stand that was deployed, but they were hoping for a surrender. I don't think it came, so their next choice is when they kept on attacking and the international community did not intervene to have negotiated settlement. They decided to tear in all these units. Now, I haven't watched. Yeah, I know we know how it all went. It was just a steamroll up into the rape of old Nanking. It's a long ways to go, but in that video, you'll actually see these German trained units here in black, white on black, and it's real interesting to see. And it really gives you more of a feel of the time before World War II. You know, it was 1937. Hitler, I don't think, went into Poland until 1939, so it was 2 years before that. They even make a comment. And the thing of it is, the quality of these videos is really good. I had to question it for a second there. I was like, am I getting punked? But it's some kind of path. I don't know if that's a British newsreel, but they have got remarkably a whole bunch of footage of this fight. So they even got the names of the ships that came on up here, the Japanese Navy, and how their support pretty well turned the tide. Real interesting watching. Like I said, I'll leave the links. But here in my game, and just another real quick note. Let me pause real quick. So anyway, there are a couple guys at my work got COVID. Got the new strain, I guess, that's going around. And that next day, I was kind of laying in bed, had a scratchy throat. But the thing of it is, it really ain't that bad for me. If it's what I got, it's a headache, you know, body aches with the flu, and mine's a stomach flu. I've got a sore stomach, and I really can't eat that much, and I'm just kind of blah and weak. But other than that, I've had flus in the past year. Like 3 years ago, I had a flu that I would have thought it killed me. We didn't shut down the world for that one. This one here is always just like a mild cold, so that's my 2 cents worth. But anyway, we're here tonight, and we're going to go ahead and, in this game, see if we can't stem the tide. Find out where I'm going to put my markers at. Remembering the Japanese can only use naval support, and that's within these areas. So I'm going to place my artillery and get on with the fighting segment of the Chinese operations phase. We'll be right back. Alright then, my Chinese attacks are going to be from here, here, and here to Japanese units. The thing of it is, it's outside of his naval support zone. So I get an artillery support here. This one here just is outside too. You can see the zone comes up around this way. Anything inside here can be naval naval supported. So this attack here is outside the zone, so I'll get a column shift that the Japanese can't counter. But on my attack out here from this units, these units, I got an artillery support marker, but he can negate that with a naval support. So there we go. Attack number 1. Attack number 2, which is not over a river, not across a river. He sneaked on across, and it's fair game. This one here doesn't involve a river either. That's why I didn't attack here, because I think there's a river going down. See, like it's going down this way and this way. I'll have to look, but it's a weak unit there. It's only, I think it's only a 1 or 2 strength. So Chinese players definitely gonna need some luck, but the counterattack is on. I'll be back. Okay, then we're ready for the attack. Japanese have gotten surrounded, except for the international settlement zone. So I think blocking me from this code, totally cutting them off, but I was able to get Chinese troops across the river. Or, rather, this is important, creek. So that might be another reason why they can't get no naval support up there. So water might be too shallow, but yeah, we got an attack going on. Oh, let's look here at the specifics. We got a 9 here. Attack factors. 3 attack factors. Oh my goodness, I guess that's my dog laying down. We also got another 3 attack factors, but they're attacking across the creek, so instead of a third, they're only halved, which gives them a little bit better odds. Oh, then we got 5 attack factors, because they're crossing the creek. Then we're back here to another 3 attack factors crossing the creek. So these 3 guys are crossing the creek. These don't get the penalty. We come down here. Chinese 23 attack factors. Then the Japanese right here have a nice little stack, and they have 17 attack factors. Divide 17 into 23, 1.3, so it'd be a 1-to-1 attack. But the Chinese get a 1 column shift for Chinese artillery, making it a 2-to-1 attack. Now let me check out, so make sure real quick. I gotta make sure this guy here's got stacking limits. I think I always check it out, but I'm gonna make sure. We'll be right back. All right, yep, they are legal eagled. So we are going to grab us a blue dice under a 2-to-1 attack. We're going to roll. I get a 4. 4s are wild in this game, ain't they? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 1 step loss for each army. I think we gotta take them out for the strongest first. So Chinese will be giving it up for one of these 4 units, reduced to a 2, and for the Japanese player, also a 4, reduced to a 2. Put the fire support marker back. The used pile, and there we go. Now I want to see, is it just one fight and that's it? No rounds? I've done this already before, but it's been weeks since I've played this. So let me go look at combat. Static against combat termination, comm shifts, blah blah blah. I think that's it. And there ain't no more. Any carryover? No carryover. Portioning losses. Alright. Advance after combat. Defender's hex is empty. Nope. Alright, well, that was kind of a stall. Alright. There you go. Didn't advance. The results of the first combat. Do a little housekeeping, straighten up the units. We'll be right back. Alright, well, there we are. Like I said, it was a result. It was pretty much a draw. German unit in this spot taking a brunt of the casualties coming across the river, but Japanese able to hold off or attack all around. Now, one thing I want to make a note of is line of communication has to come to one of these landing hexes, so we always want to make sure of that. But we're ready for the next attack, and it will just involve some units on a land route and outside the good old naval zone. So we'll be right back with some odds for the next attack. Alright, well, we got us a nice little 1-to-1 attack here. 8 attack factors in this hex versus 8 Chinese in this hex, but Japanese got themselves a nice little primitive artillery. And when you watch that video, you'll see how primitive it was. Definitely get the feel. And like I said, those Chinese units look like Germans, just, you know, Orientals in German uniforms. Let me put this back here so I know what the attack's going on. There we go. So we've got Chinese 8 versus Japanese 8, 1-to-1 attack, and a 1 column shift to the right. So it's another 2-to-1 attack. Looking to see what we can get. Oh, a little bit better this time on this attack. We'll go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Japanese suffer 2 hits this time. So let me get back on here and adjust, and we'll be right back. Alright then. The Chinese player had to take a hit. These guys are all brittle. They're 3 units that are just 1 step loss from being eliminated. So real brittle units here, but over here on the Chinese side, I had to take one of these divisions, these 3 strength divisions, and he ain't got no step. He's eliminated. So yeah, take a step loss from a strongest unit. No backside. So yeah, I don't know how good of an attack that was, but there we go. Attack number 2. We're looking for the last attack. Going, was that a river underneath there? I don't think so. Let me go check that out. Alright then, for our final attack, we got 7 attack factors for Chinese versus only 2 for the Japanese out there on that coast. So it definitely helps. 3-to-1 attack, but the Japanese got naval support. That gives it a 1 column shift to the left, making it a 2-to-1 attack. So Japanese naval support definitely comes in handy. Now another thing is here they're in a town, but towns only give support to the Chinese player, 1 column shift for the Chinese defenders if in the clear, and that's only if the town's in the clear. Otherwise it's the other terrain in the hex. Now, it does say errata there, but I'll check that out. I think everything's all right. So we're rolling Chinese player for attack. And a 4 again. That dice is loaded. I think some of these dice are loaded. That happens to me all the time. All right, 2-to-1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1-to-1 attack. So another bog down. Let's see if the Japanese player can take the loss. Yep. Oh no, we can't. Was that unit was already reduced? So that 2 is now gone. So that hurts. Put this in the pile right here, and I can advance, and I believe I will advance into there with everybody. Gotta leave a garrison there. Everybody else will move in. Give my 1 hit to the Chinese player, and again, his 3 strength division is wiped out. So, who's it a victory for, really? All right, well there you go. A little bit of an advancement for the Chinese. Should I leave the unit back there in case for the next invasion? Let me check that out real quick. We'll be back. Alright, I went ahead and moved them all in. Yeah, I mean, like the rules say, even if we win the battle against the Japanese invasion, he still has to retreat. So, garrison these guys up. I think just it helps out with the casualties, but no matter what, you gotta move back after when they attack. So we moved him on up, and that is the battlefield. Like I said, Brittles all get out, made advances here, and still stalemated around there. And then it's time for the Japanese player. You gotta excuse me, I'm a little bit under the weather if my voice don't sound all that good, but